So, just as important as anything else, the execution of the Black Lives Matter leaders. At the time, this was around the worst part, because remember, they were if you're keeping up with my story, they were poisoning me continuously with heavy metals and cadmium. I had cadmium brain. I have problems with my lower intestine because of what they did, but they poisoned me with heavy metals, and then they didn't know what to do with me as a church leader because I kept refusing to listen to what they do, and I also didn't have any memory of being the president. How they did that was with these red and white pills that are like super concentrated, and they force fed me like 3 or 4 of them, which is weird. I actually requested that they release the ingredients to those, and they didn't release them during the actual trial thing. I don't know why they didn't release that information, but whatever. That's how they erase your mind, by the way. Those things. But they said they can only use them so many times before somebody's just like completely stupid with them, and I think they used them on me a total of 3 times. But I would come home, and they kept telling me I needed to be home at 8 o'clock. I needed to be home at 8 o'clock. I wasn't allowed to buy food, but I kept doing that anyways, because I'm not one of these people. I didn't understand that. Like, whatever. Trust me, it's religious crazies. I started coming home around 8 o'clock, and I would just hear these guys coordinating. It was this church and another church, and this is the thing about these churches. They take over the local police force, and then you don't have the police anymore. They can human traffic and kill whoever they want. And this is why we need laws about this stuff. The people who executed the Black Lives Matter were like police officers, and they did it through shooting them and burning their cars. One of the guys got shot, and I remember hearing him scream on my phone. I didn't realize what I was listening to. I was only listening, I was part of the coordination for it, but I didn't actually know what was going on. I didn't know why I was laying in my bed beside my phone, and I had to leave my phone on, and I had to keep my phone charged because it was me and the other church leaders all talking on the phone at the same time, and I was like, I didn't know what was going on or why everybody was doing this kind of thing. And then I got a call from the FBI, and they were like, well, we heard that you're willing to speak out against the Black Lives Matter stuff. And I was kind of like, yeah, no, I don't really know, because my brain was still degenerating. And the FBI guy told me, stop your shit. You're faking it. Heavy metals. No. Either these idiots actually believe heavy metals just leave your body after some time, or nobody knew I had the cadmium poisoning, or even dumber than that, they didn't realize how neurotoxic I was because my eyes were degenerating at this point. That's how far gone I was. The vision in my left eye was really bad. And it's around this time Stu figured out that he could still hypnotize me. Now, the church leaders are supposed to have dissociative identities. I didn't have that. The wives kept hypnotizing me to either be the devil or be God. It was either or. It was never an easy switch, and Stu hit me with the LSD, and he hypnotized me into forgetting the guys' names. Yes, I was listening on my phone, like one of the guys, I think of a Denny sign, and I know I did that while Stu was hypnotizing me to forget the guy's name. So one of the guys' names might have been Denny or Daniel, or I know how I think, okay? Daniel, Dennis, Danny, something like that. That's why I think of the Denny sign. And the other guy that was involved in the Black Lives Leader murders, that was, I kept thinking, when I think of him, I think of an ant. And I know how my brain thinks. Why? Because I knew Stu was using hypnosis to erase my mind. I knew I wasn't going to remember these guys' minds. And I thought of an ant, and I realized that can be short for Anthony, Antoine, Antone, Auntie, all that.